I think women are much more likely to be peacemakers. Women have often had the responsibility for keeping peace within the family, peace within the neighbourhood. And when you bring that approach and those perspectives to city leadership, government leadership, I think it's positive. We can all think of the exception to the rule of women who are very belligerent and not peaceful, but that's not the norm. Normally, women will be looking for how to reconcile differences. It is quite extraordinary to see the level of misogyny coming out now in some of the populist right-wing politicians, whether we're talking USA, whether we're talking Brazil, whether we're talking Vox in Andalusia. There's a pattern here. What it says to me is that actually the battle for women's rights is not yet entirely won, and secondly, a lot of the gains are relatively recent and they're precarious, and women will have to stay marginalised and mobilised to protect those gains. Otherwise, we face possible erosion, which we don't want. Multilateral organisations often have their key relationships with governments, but actually it is important to come down a level to the subnational government, where often the authorities are directly involved in trying to handle the problems. When I was at UNDP, I saw a lot of very positive programming with cities. For example, in El Salvador, cities completely racked by gang violence, where UNDP would support the mayor and the local authorities to try to bring peace or broker truces between these gangs. So there's many examples where the multilateral organisations do come out of the capital and look to work with the municipal authorities. I think that all the long-term answers lie in development. Otherwise, we're always at the emergency end of things. But development, human development, sustainable development, aims to address underlying structural factors and not just put a band-aid over a problem. There is the very, very good agenda for cities that came from Habitat 3, the big conference in Quito in 2016, and it has a vision for safe, sustainable, resilient and inclusive cities. And I very much hope that the development agencies will be partnering with many more cities around that vision and what would make it possible.